Hey, what's up everyone? James here, and I'm coming at you with Transformers the Manga, or also known as Fight Super Robot Lifeform Transformers. That is really a mouthful. So the Transformers manga was written by Masumi Kanata and drawn by Bon Magami. The story takes place in the original G1 cartoon, set at the very end of the second season. So this does take place between the second season and Transformers the movie. I thought covering a chapter every week would be exciting and fun because, like the show, every chapter in here is very much episodic, but it depends if you all want me to continue it after this video. With that being said, let's get right into it. So our journey into the manga begins with a prologue, basically retelling the events of the first episode of the cartoon series titled More Than Meets the Eye. So it began countless years ago in the early days of Cybertron, a beautiful planet that boasted an advanced civilization. The beings who dwelt on this planet were called Transformers, a race of giant super robots that are able to change their bodies into any vehicle freely. Their scientific ability more advanced than any other civilization in the universe. In time, a great war began between two factions, the good Autobots led by Supreme Commander Optimus Prime and the evil Decepticons ruled by the Emperor of Destruction, Megatron. Both sides equaled in fighting power and kept fighting until their energy sources began to dwindle. They ventured into space in search of energy. They battled until both of their spacecraft collided, causing them to crash land on a planet called Earth. After the crash landing, the Transformers entered into a long hibernation that lasted for 4 million years, until a volcano erupted, activating the ship's computer Teletran 1, who awakened the Transformers, giving them all new forms. The Decepticons were reborn as weapons of war, jets and guns. The Autobots were reborn with forms of cars and other vehicles. The Great War had begun again. We then go to present day, starting with Chapter 1 in Tokyo, Japan. Megatron has sent the Decepticon Seekers to attack Japan in order to secure more energy. For those who haven't seen the show, that's literally how every episode begins. The Decepticons in various ways are trying to secure a vast amount of energon or conquer the world. Starscream bombs some civilians, and this young boy runs into the streets and almost gets hit by Starscream until the Autobots arrive. Optimus Prime saves this young boy, who recognizes them as the heroic Autobots. He knows them because the Autobots and Decepticons are well known at this point all over the world. Optimus orders Smokescreen to take the young boy away from there and orders the Autobots to roll out. The Autobots quickly realize they have not only the Seekers to contend with, but also the Decepticon Kings of the Road, the Stunticons, who have combined to form Metasaur. He absolutely demolishes the Autobots, and as they're being decimated, the young boy gives the Autobots an idea, which we see is to use the broken freeway as a launching pad. The Autobots gather together, going at a high speed, launch off the fractured highway, transform mid-air, and in unison, strike the Seekers and Metasaur together. The Autobots win the battle and send the Decepticons running. After the battle, the young boy introduces himself to the Autobots as Kenji. Optimus asks for his help in protecting Japan by giving him an Autobot helmet and tells him to contact them with it should the Decepticons ever return again, making him an honorary Autobot. So just like Spike Witwicky in the cartoon series is a friend of the Autobots who resides in America, Kenji officially becomes a friend of the Autobots who resides in Japan. And that's the end of Chapter 1. I know I said earlier we would do a chapter a week, but I thought in this first video, let me give you 2 chapters. From here we head into Chapter 2, which opens with the Autobots battling the Decepticons in Glendale, Arizona. Ratchet points out most of the Decepticon forces are there except Soundwave and his mini cassettes. He asks where are they, and that's when Optimus deduces this is all a distraction. They're headed to Tokyo. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, Kenji is riding around with Bumblebee, and it's not just Bumblebee there. He shows Kenji that there are other Autobots around protecting Japan. We see Cliffjumper and Ironhide. Suddenly, they're ambushed by Ravage, and Kenji tries to get Bumblebee to transform until Bumblebee tells him he can't transform with a passenger, so that's a no-go. Kenji tries to contact Optimus, but he can't help because he's busy fighting Megatron and all of his forces in Arizona. However, luckily for them, Power Glide swoops in and knocks out Ravage. He takes Kenji away and flies away to get help, but he leaves Bumblebee alone, surrounded by Soundwave and all his mini cassettes. This isn't a surprise because Power Glide is sometimes an idiot on the show. For those of you who've seen it, you know what I mean. Now, Soundwave says to Bumblebee, "We've got you now, you Autobot shrimp," which to me doesn't sound like something Soundwave would say at all. But anyways, Bumblebee gets away and hides while the mini cassettes look for him. Now, Bumblebee is able to pull off a surprise attack on Soundwave that he calls his Bumble Kick, which I've never seen before, but I thought it was pretty funny. So the Bumble Kick knocks out Soundwave. The mini cassettes end up running into Cliffjumper and Ironhide. Now, they run away, which I was honestly surprised to see because I would think they would fight them. Could they take them? No, but I think they could give them a fight. They transform back into their cassette modes and try to go back into Soundwave's tape deck, but unfortunately, they find Soundwave's tape deck is damaged and they just bounce off his chest. The Autobots easily capture them, and Kenji informs Optimus of their victory over Soundwave and his mini cassettes. Optimus reports back that he and the Autobots in America were also victorious over Megatron and his forces. And that's the end of Chapter 2. Let me know what you all think of Transformers the manga so far. Comment below your thoughts. Comment below if you want to see more chapters. Other than that, have an awesome day. And always remember, every day, to transform and go beyond. See you later, Beyonders.